a much more harder task when you come up and you bring solutions and you want to try to fix the problem. And for all of those that I mentioned and others, we are grateful to you and will be grateful forever for all that you've done to try to work with us to help fix this problem. This is a momentous occasion. I don't need to tell you how important the river is to our community. It's true if you've lived here your whole life, or if you've lived here as Chief Reynolds just a month. It's important to our community. So why are we here? We're here this morning because we have a joint effort with Crescent Resources to help restore the May River and protect it from future degradation. 4 years ago, when I was first elected mayor, the very first issue on my plate was that we were faced with the conditional closure of oyster beds at the headwaters of the May River. From that day, our town truly took a strong approach to taking control of this issue. 3 years ago, just a year later, the May River Water Body Management Plan Implementation Committee and Town Council requested town staff to come up with a plan to guide in these efforts. Since then, we sought and received the advice of the best experts in the country to establish best management practices that will serve to improve and sustain the water quality of our May. What we know as the May River Watershed Action Plan was adopted and now is being phased into the reality of water quality related capital projects and policy changes. All easily written about and planned for on paper, but much, much harder to implement in the real world. But every now and then, as always, Bluffton is blessed with caring people and good corporate neighbors. Using this action plan as an impetus for change and as a guiding document, earlier this year the town went to Crescent Resources and asked for two things. First, would they allow a creation of a stormwater management project on their land near the headwaters of the May River? Second, would they consider taking a significant number of residential units off the critical areas of the May River by transferring them into the town's development rights bank and agreeing never to place them in any environmentally sensitive area in the future. What became of this is truly a significant and meaningful milestone for the future of the May River. We are here today to celebrate that Crescent Resources has agreed to both of these time-sensitive requests. And this is what they've agreed to. They're going to donate approximately 6 acres for the construction of a stormwater pond funded by the town of Bluffton with assistance from our 319 grant from the Environmental Protection Agency through the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. They are going to permanently transfer a minimum of 1,300 residential dwelling units out of the headwaters of the May River watershed and temporarily allocate the units into our development rights bank for future use in other parts of our town. Through this initiative, we'll make great strides to improve the water quality of the May River and protect this valuable natural asset. This, along with last week's decision from DHEC to open 21 acres of oyster beds that were closed 4 years ago, gives us the opportunity to celebrate, and I can't stress this enough, small steps, because we have a long way to go, but they're small steps in restoring the health of the May. So now I'd like to pass this on to Garrett Albert. He's the General Manager for Crescent Resources, and he wants to say just a few words.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. I really don't have much to say. I was here 14 years ago when the development agreement was announced and that Palmetto Bluff would be annexed into the town. It was, at the time, Mayor Theo Washington and Emmett McCracken and a number of leaders in the town. And with that development agreement, Palmetto Bluff announced that forever, 32 miles of waterfront would have no personal docks placed on the river. And I really see today as just kind of that natural step forward that what Crescent Resources has perpetuated in conserving land in Palmetto Bluff. We've had a number of different conservation easements placed on the property, and this density transfer is just in keeping with our spirit of conservation for the bluff. And so we are very happy to participate with this. We've been asked, what's in it for Palmetto Bluff a number of times, and really, I think you have to look at the past and things that we've participated with gladly, that helps understand why we're doing what we're doing